Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases used when learning about the beautiful and historic city of Barcelona. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's get started with the first word. Our first word this week is Iberian Peninsula. So let's take a look at how we define this as well as using this in an example sentence. But first, let's look in more detail at how to pronounce this. I, B, E, An, Pe, Nin, Su, La. Excellent. And again, I, B, Re, An, Pe, Nin, Su, La. Excellent. This is a long and thin strip of land with water on three sides. The Iberian Peninsula includes the countries of Portugal and Spain. Excellent. So now let's take a look at an example. John took his family on a holiday to the Iberian Peninsula to see Portugal and Spain. Our second phrase this week is just a few steps from the Mediterranean Sea. So let's learn about the definition and how to use an example sentence. But first, as always, let's take a look at how to pronounce this phrase. Med, it, ter, rain, e, an, sea. Great. And again, med, it, ter, rain, e, an, sea. Great. Fantastic. Now, let's learn how to define the Mediterranean Sea. This is said when a place is within walking distance to the Mediterranean Sea. That's interesting. So now it's time to take a look at an example phrase. This is a sea which is located between Europe and Africa. Charles' Hotel was located just a few steps from the Mediterranean Sea. The next phrase in this week's lesson is roots reaching back into prehistory. So let's take a look at the definition as well as find an example sentence. But first, let's try and pronounce this phrase. Roots reaching back into prehistory. Great. And again, roots reaching back into prehistory. Great. So now let's take a look at the definition. This is the creation of something which began at a time before people made records of dates. That's very interesting. So now let's look at an example we can use with Barcelona. The roots of Barcelona reach back into prehistory. This can be seen in the beautiful architecture. Our penultimate phrase this week is "The hands of many cultures have shaped Barcelona." Great, so we'll look at the definition of the phrase and again how to put this phrase into an example sentence. But first, let's take a look at the pronunciation. The hands of many cultures have shaped Barcelona. Great. And let's try again. The hands of many cultures have shaped Barcelona. Great. So now let's take a look at the definition. This means that many different cultural groups have lived in Barcelona throughout its history. Great. So now let's look at an example sentence. Each group of people throughout history have added new parts to Barcelona's culture, building style, and food. Our final phrase this week is the Catalan Spirit. So let's find out what this phrase means by looking at the definition and also an example sentence. But first, let's check out the pronunciation. The Catalan Spirit. Excellent. And again, the Catalan Spirit. Fantastic. So now let's check out the definition and learn a little more. This is the general characteristics of people from the wider region of Barcelona, which is known as Catalonia. Great. So now let's take a look at an example sentence. Jane found the Catalan spirit is one that is friendly, creative, and also passionate. Now it is time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. We will ask you 3 questions on the vocabulary we have learnt in the video. Question number 1. Which peninsula is Barcelona based on? Is it A, Malay, B, Iberian, or C, Scandinavian? And the correct answer for question 1 is Iberian. Question number 2. Which sea is Barcelona based on? Would it be the Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, or the Mediterranean Sea? And the correct answer for question 2 is C, the Mediterranean Sea. Question number 3. Which region is Barcelona based in? Would it be A, Aragon, B, Andalusia, or C, Catalonia? And the correct answer for question 3 is C, Catalonia. Let us know in the comments how you did in this week's quiz, and congratulations to you if you got all 3 questions correct. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions about this video, or would like us to explain a term for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We are always happy to help. Don't forget to like our video to help us gain further viewers and to improve our channel in order to provide you with the best possible experience. Why not press the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you never miss one of our future videos. Next week we will be looking at words and phrases related to rhubarb ice cream. So thank you again for joining us this week, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.